Welcome to MC Travelogue. On this episode, we'll be exploring the Nova Shipyard. Okay, here we are in front of Space Village, and we are near Port Cairn. So as we go down this pathway here, we're going to get to the shipyard. Now, there's Will's rocket, and I showed in previous episodes, we got the boat rental, the lighthouse in the background, that green building and the wooden dock there. That's actually Port Cairn. Well, over on this side of the bay, we have the Nova Shipyard. So this is the main office building you go in. You can have a seat. You can overlook the sea or the shipyard itself. That's out this way. Here you would have a seat. You could talk to the administrative assistant, but we've been given permission to go on back. They've got the day off here, so we've got free reign of the place. And you can see they are just about complete with building the Sea Star. Before we look at the boat, though, the ship, pardon me, let's go ahead and go over here and check out the workshop. Now, this is where they keep all the tools, all the supplies, the wood. Here's a workbench. This is where they store everything needed to build the ships. A lot more storage back in here. They even have a little loft up here with even more storage. Okay, so that's their workshop. What's his problem? Okay, so you can go out either side of the stone dock area here, and what they do. Oh, some chicken. Oh, it's rotten flesh. Ugh. Anyway, so what they do is they start with a dry dock. This white wall here, this gate. They put the gate up, then they drain the water out, and they start building the ship. When it gets to a point where most of the hull is complete, then they pump in some water to make sure it's buoyant, it has proper buoyancy, and that there are no leaks. And then when they get towards the end of the project, which they're about there, they'll go ahead and raise the level of water inside the dock to match the seawater outside. So once the final inspections are done, everything's ready, they lower that gate and the ship sails on out. Now, before this ship sails, they're going to obviously have to remove a section of this train here. This is actually the minor roller coaster. It's mostly up on land, but here is a leg of it. So that's understood. They may actually, this ship ended up being bigger than they anticipated, so they may actually have to dredge out some of this sand over here, get rid of the beach. But all that'll be in the future. For now, let's take a look at the ship itself. So we'll go across on this plank. Let's start at the I forgot what it's called. The front of the ship. How's that? So you can stand up here and, I'm king of the world, blah, blah, blah. I shouldn't have said it. Close that gate. You have two masts. You have the small foremast, and then you got the larger back one. Let's go on up, because up here, this is where the crow nest is. And this is where people will stand, like if they're coming into dock, or, for whatever reason, if they just need a better lookout towards the horizon, or to keep an eye on things that they're sailing close to. That person stands up here and calls back what he's seeing down to the captain. Okay, let's go ahead and go back down here. Okay, so now if we go back on top here, this is where they actually steer the ship, just like any standard sailing ship. And here is, of course, the captain's quarters. He's got his bed, some paintings, a chair with a table. So this is where he spends some of his time, gets a good night's rest occasionally. And then you've got the below decks. Let's go ahead and go down here. And this is mostly storage. This is where they keep provisions or any cargo they may be hauling. And then back in here, this is the crew quarters. So this is where they'll sleep and keep their personal belongings. They can even remove the chest and add another bed if need be. So both of these, you can climb up either ladder. They both go up to the deck, the main deck. and that's the ship. Let's see. Like I said, it's called the Sea Star, and they couldn't give me an exact an estimate on when this may be ready for sailing. The sails are actually being made as we speak, so they'll get those, they'll have those installed, and then they'll do the final inspections and checks, and if everything passes, this ship will set sail. So that is the Sea Star, and then they've already got an order for the next ship, so there's plenty of work to be done here at the shipyard. And if they get too busy, they may even have to add a second dock, or probably not in this area, because it's getting a little tight up in here with all the businesses and buildings. But there's plenty of coastline in the area. They can always build another dock. They've even talked about maybe over there on that island. So that's it for now. That concludes our tour of the Nova Shipyard. Thanks for watching, and come back for another episode of MC Travelogue. Captain Creeper.